Hello YouTube, it's Vin here, and I'm gonna be bringing you guys another album review today. Now, this is a request that comes from, and I'm sorry for butchering this name because I know I'm gonna, Sam Dave Junjun. Yeah, Sam Dave Junjun. I believe he has videos up, and yeah, he has 5 uploads, and so yeah, check out his channel, and it was a funny comment he left. He said, okay, now that I'm a loyal subscriber, I demand you to review at least one of these albums, and he gave me a list, and awesome, I was like, okay. So I looked, and I saw Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. Now, My Bloody Valentine is, of course, a shoegaze band who were active during the 90s, and Loveless is the album that he wanted me to review. Now, I wanted to listen to this album before, I just never got the chance to, so when I saw it on the list, I was like, okay, cool, this is, not only am I gonna do a review that someone wants me to do, I'll get something out of it, and I love doing requests. If you guys have any albums you want me to review at all, go for it, you know? And before I start, I'd also like to say, I'm gonna be reviewing some death metal albums, soon. I'm really getting heavily into death metal, I love it. Cannibal Corpse, Death, Obituary, Cancer, Morbid Angel, all that stuff I'm going to be reviewing. So if you guys have any old school death metal that you'd like to recommend to me, because I really want to learn more about kind of death metal's humble beginnings, please tell me any good death metal records I should listen to or that you want me to talk about. So, I've already talked enough. Let's talk about Loveless. Now, Loveless, released in 1991, is an album that many people consider to be one of the greatest albums of all time. And it's a fantastic record. The way the music sounds is like the equivalent of a dream. It does get that trippy, that psychedelic, that heady, that surreal, and the cool thing about it is that there's a lot of variety. You get songs like Only Shallow, What You Want, that are structured. They're still pretty epic in their sound and loud and noisy and dreamy, but they pertain some sort of structure. But then you get songs like Luma and See, I knew I got it right. To Hear Knows When, so I kind of second-guessed myself, that are just these big, lush walls of sound that have melody sort of interweaving in them. And it's amazing, especially like Luma is one of my favorite songs off this LP. You get a big wall of distortion, right? Huge guitar sound. Loud, but at the same time it's very warm, very kind of relaxing despite the fact that it's so distorted and big. But then you get this sweet, sweet vocal melody just interweaving through it, and you hear the toms going, what seems to be like a tambourine, and you just get all these different textures. But there's this underlying kind of wall of guitar distortion, and it creates a very interesting listen, and I think it's something that sets it apart from other shoegaze albums, you know, around this time. Another thing I like about it is the production. The production is extremely pristine. There's really nothing wrong with it, especially considering the type of music it is. Like I said, it has a very dreamy, surreal feel, and the production really brings that out. There's never a moment where the production hinders the album. I mean, there are points where the vocals are a little low in the mix, but again, that helps it, I think. Songs like Luma, it's a good example to use for this album. The vocals are a little in the background, you know, but they're almost used. You can't hear what they're saying ever. And they're used almost as another instrument and another texture rather than, you know, lyrics that are really saying something that the band really wants you to hear. So that, you know, that's just fantastic. Another thing I like is the flow. Like I said, each song is different, but they don't stray too much from this dreamy kind of sound. And again, the variety. You get songs like Only Shallow, which have a really, it's gonna sound kind of corny, but a rockin' kind of guitar riff, whatever. Sort of in your face, more emphasis on the drum beat, the bass just kind of chugging along, but the vocals set it to that dreamy kind of place, but it's still pretty in your face and a big sound. To Hear Knows When, beautiful song, beautiful, gorgeous song. Like I said, it kind of has that wall of sound that really is the primary word or phrase or term to use when talking about this. Just a huge wall of sound. I said that about 5 times in this friggin' video, and I'm gonna say it 5 more times. It really just gives it this psychedelic feel that if the album didn't have it, the album wouldn't be the album that it is. The vocals are both male and female. Although the female, who I wish I knew their names, I apologize. If you want to tell me the members, I'll just end up looking it up anyway. But if you want to, you know, tell me the members and be a fanboy, I'm totally cool with that. Just say it in the comments. Nah, my viewers are pretty cool, so I don't have any fanboys watching my videos, I hope. Anyway, so they create these kind of melodies, and they harmonize with each other, and it works really well. You never get any moments where the vocals are dull. The vocals always work. They're always, you know, doing what they gotta do, and it's fantastic. They do a great job at, again, making these songs, bringing them, kind of taking you to a dreamy, surreal place, even more so than the music and instrumentation is. So it's great. What else? Really, you know, it's weird. I feel like I've repeated myself a little too much in this review, but the effect that this album has is just profound. I mean, when I first heard this album, it just blew me away because, you know, people always describe shoegaze as dreamy, you know, psychedelic, walls of sound, whatever. But this album represents everything that shoegaze is. It plays with your head, this album, and it's really incredible. You know, I guarantee if you're a music fan, you're gonna like this album. If you're an open-minded music fan, you're gonna like this album. And yeah, I mean, it's just something that needs to be heard to be believed, basically. Everything about this album is fantastic, to the opening drum kind of beat, to Only Shallow, to the very last kind of licks of Sooner. Everything about this album is just fantastic, and it is 11 songs, I believe. Yep, 11 songs, 11 tracks of pure dreamy shoegaze goodness. So, it also has a huge influence on other bands. Smashing Pumpkins said it was a huge influence on them, which if you listen to Siamese Dream, you'll be able to tell a lot. So yeah, Sam, Dave, Jun, if this lived up to your expectations, tell me. If it didn't, tell me. If you have anything else you want me to review, tell me. I'll gladly get on it. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, rating, whatever. They don't have rating anymore. It's just liking or disliking, but whatever. I love getting feedback, so please give me feedback. And this video is almost 10 minutes already, so I'm just going to cut it short right now. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys next time.